To be honest,
at first Lisa, because you know Lisa can be very scary. That was me. I'm booty call. Sorry.
I think Lisa actually. I think people like the whole like eyeliner thing kind of looks scary too. So maybe that's why.
probably I was most afraid of Michelle. But I love you, Michelle. Probably because when we were in mission training, the whole time she would always tell us like, oh yeah, I go crazy, like, you know, I'm so moody, and so I was kind of scared going into the trip.
Towards the end though, Michelle, oh my god, every time we are meeting new people, I didn't know where she was gonna bounce to, like what she's gonna say, and oh my gosh, Michelle. But it was so good though, because you know, it was good that to see our own reaction, my team, like just loving on her, accepting her, and just laughing it off. And that was really good. I think that, you know, no matter what kind of things we say and, you know, what stupid things we do, I think we were able to laugh it off and kind of like accept one another. That was such a great thing, and I really owe a lot to our team for being so loving and patient.
Chipotle, the bowl, In-N-Out double, wiener schnitzel, corn dogs, my mom's kimbap, my mom's tteokbokki, all my mom's food.
This is all I talked about. I talked about how I missed El Torino, In-N-Out, Korean barbecue. What else did I miss? Like a steak. Those were my like top 4.
Sam's Club hot dogs. I miss seafood. I miss the shrimp. I miss the lobster. I miss crab.
I think Mexican, for sure. King taco. Brazilian barbecue. My own kimchi jjigae, because I make the bomb. Ladies. Kimchi jjigae, pretty good. Yeah.
I miss steak, Korean barbecue, Brazilian barbecue. Gosh, there's so many. Pizza. Gosh, ramyeon.
So we are at this mansion. 5th king of Thailand used to live in this mansion. We went there, you know, Pastor In Chai took us there, you know, on our off day, and we are just going through the rooms. It's like a 5-story or 7-story house, big house, and so we are going from like bottom floor, going way up, and one of the rooms, it was a really big room, right, and it was filled with like china, like white china, like, you know. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh, China room. And then Michelle, you know, was following right behind me, and we looked at it and was, oh, the Chinese. So that was really funny. She didn't know. I was laughing and she didn't know why she was laughing. I mean, I was laughing and she just laughed, but she didn't know. And she, you know, you can tell that she was completely lost. And we basically had to explain to her that porcelain are all called Chinese, not only the not Chinese. they are called China, not only the ones that are made in China, you know.
Do I have one? You have too many.
When they came to learn body motions, we were teaching them, and I was designated to welcome them. So I stood up there and I said, "Welcome for coming." And then I was like, "Oh, welcome for coming. Welcome for coming." And I was just like, didn't think much of it. And then I just kind of thought about it in my head. I was like, "Welcome for coming, welcome." Oh, thanks for coming. Sorry.
The most embarrassing was we went to this restaurant at a mall. Throughout this whole Thailand trip, I had this one dish that I really liked. And it was, it's kind of like a curry. We had a lot of street food, so I had that dish in, you know, various restaurants I went to. So I asked Pastor Paul, does this restaurant have a dish? And he didn't see on the menu either. So he asked the waiter, and the waiter said, yeah. And so I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna get that for sure. So it comes, and there's this huge like crab like right in the middle of a dish, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be awesome. So I eat it, and I eat basically the whole thing by myself because it's so good. And then the bill came, and then my dish ended up being super expensive. I'm not gonna say how much it was, but it was equivalent to a really expensive meal in America. So that means in Thailand it must have been like 10 times more expensive. I think it took up like almost half of our entire meal's cost.
I had a lot of embarrassing moments, like everyone knows from the vlog. I wasn't the smartest talker. I think the most embarrassing one was probably the rubber tree incident, because I really didn't get what they were talking about. Every time we're at Chonburi and then we're driving to the school and back, I always saw trees that were really lined up. So I was like really suspicious, like why are they all lined up like so perfectly? Like did they plant it? Like I didn't really get it. And then so one day I asked Lydia, like, oh Lydia, what are those? And she said they're rubber trees. And in my head I'm thinking, oh, rubber trees, so they're fake. And her, Lydia, Yuna, and Lisa, everyone in the car is just laughing because they knew what it meant to be rubber tree, meaning the fact that it's trees that produce rubber. But in my head I thought they're fake and they were just planting fake trees. I didn't get it. And also the fact that my first thought was, wow, they're not producing any oxygen they don't have any oxygen in the air because they all have fake trees. So yeah, that was most embarrassing because
Oh, Pastor Woogie and I, we went to go get mangosteens without the girls on purpose. And we got caught because we took pictures. We were going to show them at the end, but they found out during the trip. So, yeah.
My confession is, if anyone asked me, would you ever have that curry plate with crab that's like super expensive again, I would say yes, because it was that good. So that's my confession. It's so good, it was really good. One of the best meals I ever had in my life, hands down.
Every night, when Andy and I slept together in the same room, each other put his head inside the room. He was there, and I enjoyed it.
This is my confession. Every time we drank milk tea, I had the worst stomach pain ever and I had to go. But I still drank it because it was that good.
I didn't know that. We drink it like every day.
I know! We drink it almost every day, but I still drank it because it was that good.
Had 3 crushes. Alright, this one is from Chonburi Center. This little girl, she's like super cute. And for some reason, actually no, I know why. But she reminded me of Christine from kindergarten, or well, elementary now. My old student. So I didn't know her name. So I called her Thai Teen, which means Thai Christine. But you know why?
So going back to the House of Blessings, we had a time when we were playing games, and so I looked around. And I kind of really didn't want to play games. You know, I was being like, oh, I'm so holy. I don't want to play games with these people. You know, about that. But I noticed that there was one group that none of our team members was actually joining, and I felt like, oh shoot, somebody should go there. And I looked around, and all our members were like in other groups, and it was just me, and I really didn't want to join them because they're teenagers, and I have like teenage girls and me like doing this because I felt kind of scared. But I felt like I had to do it, so I joined them. We had the time of our life, you know, like it was like, oh my god, it was so fun. I was teaching them all these SKTs, you know, stupid Korean games, and we had a lot of fun for like an hour and a half. So my phone, you know, like I'm not sure if you can see, but See, they're on the background of my phone. Yeah, but oh yeah.
Number 2, there's at Safe Haven. Oh, what's this? Safe Haven? Okay, at Safe Haven, there's a guy that I met last year, and he's really cool. He's an amazing student, and just going back and seeing him was just so awesome. And he is the leader for the students there, and he takes care of them, helps clean, cook, do whatever is asked of him, and he's just so awesome. So that's number 2.
So I guess my biggest crush is Pizza. She's a dog that we met at Rose's house. Yeah, she was so cute. She had like white fur, little puppy. She loved me when I came over. I think I missed her the most right now. I have pictures of her and my iPad, so I look at it every day. She's so cute.
Number 3 is when we were at the Korean refugee camp, orphanage area. We met a guy. He is cousins with the person in charge there. His name is Luke. This guy can play any instrument perfectly. This guy has like a luscious, beautiful mustache and amazing sideburns. And he came to Thailand. He's from Burma. Came to Thailand. He's only allowed to come, I think, a few times a year, maybe like 4 or 5 times a year. But he came while we were there because he heard that we were coming. He heard that we were going to be there, so he sacrificed one of his times to come. And usually he spends those times coming, trying to help the orphanages, help the people there. And yeah, he was just an amazing person with great dreams and does a lot of great work.